Hello there everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I would make a video showcasing the best upcoming projects for Sudden Strike that will land either this Christmas or in the new year. So today, 4 upcoming projects that we should keep an eye on and pay attention to because they're the most forthcoming with content for the player, the most interesting and the most relevant. So let's dive into it. The first upcoming project is the Eastern Front mod. Now if you don't know what this is a modification based on Sudden Strike Resource War, which, as the name implies, is all about the Eastern Front of the Second World War, mainly focusing on Germany and the Soviet Union. These are the only 2 factions that exist within the mod so far, unless others are added later down the line, and it covers 1941 to 1945. It's supposed to come with 4 different campaigns. 2 are just remakes of real war game campaigns, and 2 look to be brand new, which cover the battles of Sevastopol, Rostov, Minsk, Smolensk, Kiev, Kharkov. Those battles between 1941 and 43, which is great. An interesting feature as well is that now tanks can apparently be towed, though I don't believe it will work since they are towed guns. And of course track treads now stay imprinted in the ground. One of the newest looking units, or the newest visual effects, is how infantry look in the SDKFZs, like the armoured personnel carriers. You can see them peeking out the top, which looks awesome, with their helmets and their heads and holding rifles and stuff. There's also the railway gun Schwer Gustav with the 800mm caliber, which, with its like 1-ton shell or something ridiculous, apparently it's being towed by 2 locomotives. There's also, I'd like to call them fantasy units, but they did actually exist, the Sturt Emil and Dicker Max. Only 2 of each of these vehicles existed. The Sturt Emil had a 12.8cm gun and the Dicker Max a 10.5cm. All vehicles succumbed to mechanical issues or got destroyed and captured in combat. This side, or new year, we will have some new content on the theme of the Second World War to play, at least to go through the campaigns, because I've played all the other ones, the single missions, and they just upload at random to the channel, so it'd be lovely to have something new to play and test out. You can find the updates and progress on this modification on the Sudden Strike Maps forums, where all the latest updates are shared on the Eastern Front mod thread. The next upcoming project is more of a well-established mod, and that is Modern Warfare. It needs little introduction because it accounts for perhaps 90% of our videos, the mainstay of our channel. Now, the next iteration is the most anticipated among Sudden Strike players, and everybody keeps checking the Mod Planet forums regularly to see when it's released. Usually it's Christmas, which is now right around the corner, so hopefully in the next few days. So, the developers have shared some screenshots of which units will be implemented in the next version, so therefore we should analyse them and take a look as to what they are. There is a Russian trophy, Humvee, which has been captured. Then you have the BTR-90, which is a long forgotten vehicle with that 30mm cannon on the top. Then we have the Ural Chechen MRAP, which is used by the Wagner Group. Then the hideous looking but well known Turtle tank with its mine flail. The BMP-3M with the drone cage, and I can tell because it has 6 wheels, not 5. The Zoo Park counter battery radar system, which already existed, I think. The Wagner Group T-80, nicknamed Siberia, as you can see in the picture. I believe these to be T-80 BVM versions. One has a tank cage, one doesn't. Here is an unmanned ground vehicle, apparently called Marker. Here's a quite crazy vehicle, the Kamaz Typhoon, with a remote controlled futuristic looking turret on the roof. Then I believe this to be the Spartak 3 armoured car, just because of that wheel on the side, but I can't be certain. And this is a T-72B3 with camouflage. Now moving on to the Ukrainian vehicles, we have the Gurkha armoured car, which is like an ambulance kind of thing. This I believe to be the Cossack 5. It looks like it's just the camouflage is throwing me off. Then you have the Bogdan 2351, which is basically just a pickup truck. And the Kamaz 2, that's it. So in this screenshot as well, you can still see armbands on the soldiers. I believe Struna is there with his red backpack, that famous Russian officer at Mariupol. And you can see like ammunition crates on the ground for the heavy weapons if you look closely. Interestingly as well, we can find images on the form of the Vietnam project. Now, is this the latest development for the Vietnam project, or will it be incorporated into the Modern Warfare mod? That is a serious question, and there's some really nice looking units here for both the Vietnamese, Americans, and even the like Anzac units that fought there. And as you can see, this is development of new objects and buildings, even trees and stuff. And here's some new buildings, obviously for the Russo-Ukrainian war theme. I wonder what that statue there is. There appears also now to be this self-propelled artillery with the Z symbol and the Shahed drone flying overhead. How it will work in the game I don't know. Whether it will blow itself up or just drop bombs is another question. Another upcoming project that most people will be interested in, especially those of you that love playing Sudden Strike, is Panzer Strike. While it's not a development on the old series, it's still something to keep an eye on. The game looks absolutely amazing and I can't wait to test out the campaigns, if I'm being honest. Now, the game itself is reminiscent of the old 2001 style strategy games like Sudden Strike, Blitzkrieg, where we command loads of units. Things are simple. Now, since that demo a few months ago where you could control only a T-34 or a Panther, they've now gone and added infantry, trucks, towing mechanics, a variety of tanks, air support and much more. And now all of this brought together brings us to the game's release, which is getting closer and closer. If you haven't already, sign up for the playtest on Steam and also add it to your wish list. So, the final project, which was to be announced in this video, was released early, so I'll still throw it in here anyway. And that is Cold War Conflicts Patch 1.1, released by me and Comrade Chemo, with the maps coming from Damocles. This version of the game implements some small quality of life changes to improve the gameplay and make it more fun. For example, velocity of rockets is increased, so tanks can't just run away from your RPG anymore. Machine gunners can lie down. There's new voices and voice lines, shot sounds, and better balances, like you can't just drive a tank with one crewman, which makes no sense kind of thing. And we've implemented new Chinese, Egyptian, Syrian and North Korean units. We fixed bugs like the fact that the flamethrower didn't work, certain units couldn't shoot or did too much damage, and most importantly, we've added a massive map pack of 30 different single missions from Damocles. There is also 4 cards from Comrade Chemo along with his multiplayer scenarios, and these let you play as all the available factions in the game, use all of the new units, and they are really fun. They differ in what you're supposed to do as well. Capture a fortress, cross a river, urban combat, defense, airborne operations, maritime operations. All of it varies and it's brilliant. And it's something to mess around with and play over the Easter holidays, fucking hell, Christmas holidays. Here on the thread, look, I've put a list of the new units, bug fixes, new maps. You can see there's thousands there. And nobody's responded, nobody's said anything. So please give us some feedback. This has took me ages to make this video. It took about 5 hours and it'll probably be like 10 minutes long. And I'm now completely falling asleep, so I'm going to end that. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something new. Please follow the projects. Let us know which ones you're excited for, of course, in the comments. most Modern Warfare mod, Modern Warfare mod, Modern Warfare mod, of course. Of course. I can't wait as well. Thank you ever so much for watching, and we'll see you in the future.